with over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout.
The channel.
What's up, everybody? This is Carol. Oh shit. What's up, everybody? This is Red Devil 23 coming with you. Sixth video about Naruto taijutsu, as you can see right there. I'm sorry, my fellow assassins, but only reason why I'm reacting to this because I wanted to see what he'll have to say. He did say that Naruto taijutsu is godlike. Please like and subscribe to 6 as well. I'm not subscribed, but I do watch his videos. But I got my reasons, but at the same time, I don't have my reasons because I can still, work, not work, because I'm looking at this but I can still, shit, I don't know, fuck it.
As I greatly appreciate it, when it comes to Naruto as a kid, he doesn't have too many impressive feats of taijutsu skill, but he certainly does have a lot of power. There is obviously this insane combo that he throws at Sasuke, literally one of the most iconic combos of all time. But while Naruto was violating Sasuke here, he was also massively stronger than him after gaining a lot of the Nine Tails chakra. Similar in this regard is his fight with Neji. Neji is obviously a very skilled taijutsu user. The Gentle Fist is one of the best taijutsu moves in the entire series, and the 8 trigrams palm technique just sort of takes that to the next level. Even to the point where after Neji debuted the 64 palms as just a Guinean, the head of the clan mentioned that a member of the side branch had completely surpassed the members of the main branch. But when Naruto gets his big QB amp, he doesn't really engage in hand-to-hand combat with Neji. They have a couple of clashes, but it really just shows that Naruto and Neji are equal to one another in terms of speed, and they aren't on the ground or anything like that. They do these soaring strike Dragon Ball Z punches at each other, and then have a Nine Tails punch to rotation clash. Naruto vs. Gaara is also another example. He kind of just makes 1,000 clones and beats Gaara up. I'm not going to get into info dumping all of these, it's kind of apparent. Just think of any time Kid Naruto beat someone up in taijutsu, and think about how much taijutsu skill went into it versus just raw power. Not saying Naruto is a dunce when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, but he's not the taijutsu god that he would become later on in the series either. When do I really think Naruto started to get more skilled at hand-to-hand combat? Likely during his training at Mount Miyaboku with the Sage Frogs, because as far as I can tell, his training with Jiraiya did not include this, and as we all know, he didn't seem to learn that much during his 3 years away anyway. After that is when he trains with Kakashi for the Rasen Shuriken, and that just involves a ton of chakra control.
Now I want to start right there. When he said that he felt like Naruto really didn't have better taijutsu until like that arc, when basically the Sage arc with the Sage Mode arc, and also the Pain arc, I feel like it's kind of wrong, because when we saw Naruto in the beginning, when him and Sakura had to fight Kakashi for the bell, even Kakashi had to say, oh yeah, he got a lot better with his. I'm sorry, I heard something. But he said he also got better with his taijutsu, and not taijutsu. He got better with his fighting strategy. So if you, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but he got better at he got better with the battle IQ than he was before, and so I feel like that also plays a role. Even though Jiraiya didn't teach him much, he taught him that part. And so that means that taijutsu wise, he got better at that part as well. But he started going over, started more progress, and it's after the Pain arc, and for people to actually see for real. But at the same time, most of the Shippuden, it was basically clashing and big boom, all this. Most time you ever see taijutsu after that was with Uchihas, basically, or Kakashi, and that one Kakashi brought Kabuto and all that. Not Kabuto, Kakazu and all that. You don't really see that much taijutsu from Naruto to the ending of Naruto. End of the war arc and Boruto. You don't see that much.
Exercises, nothing taijutsu oriented. The first time we see Naruto sparring with someone in hand-to-hand is with Paul on the cover of chapter 420, and they are specifically training his Kawazu Kumite, or Frog Kata, whichever one you want to call it. I'd like to take a brief moment to go over some of the taijutsu moves that Naruto knows, and specifically the ones that he can use or access, while he's in Sage mode, that being Frog Kata and Frog Strike. Both of these moves have entries in the 4th data book that I want to read, but they also have pretty impressive appearances in the manga. In case you need your memory jogged a bit, Frog Kata is what Naruto used to one-hit the Predator Path of Pain after he missed his punch, and Frog Strike is what Naruto used on the Four Tails to free the rod from his skin that was temporarily binding him to the Jinchuriki. Anyway, both of these moves are insanely strong.
I mean, I ain't gonna fight.
I'm gonna start with Frog Kata since I think Frog Strike is actually kind of broken and it's derived from Frog Kata anyway. This is what Data Book 4 has to say about Frog Kata. A terrific taijutsu that the ones who learn...
He took it off from the data book, so... He took it from the data books, so I gotta do the exact same thing. So, character-wise techniques. I ain't going into this in a little bit. What I like about this is that they was also trying to figure out Kakashi's face in this. The dogs, his own son, and the only one that got it right was, the main one. Alright, let's see. Sorry, bear with me. If y'all can't bear with me, just watch the video on your own time, or just strip through, because I'm going to edit this and also make it better for y'all, because I don't want y'all just sit here and watch me scroll. Bro, it's like simple shit. Shit, I'm all in y'all face and shit. Sorry, my nose been running.
Senjutsu mastered. It's the Frog Kata. By turning into Sage mode, the user reaches the point of being able to take in natural energy, and the power of perception is expanded. With it, you can sense the movement of the opponent to the point of releasing an intense counterattack that matches the enemy's attack. Furthermore, the energy becomes part of the user's body, and both the range and power of the attack rise. It's a flawless taijutsu that has no openings either in attack or defense. So not only can Naruto precog the attack you're about to throw at him, he can throw counterattacks that don't even have to hit you to land a hit on you. It kind of makes me wonder why Naruto doesn't use this anymore, but it really doesn't matter. Naruto used this to one-shot the Predator Path of Pain, and it's not like, oh yeah, Naruto hit him away. No, Naruto hit the Path of Pain so hard that in order for it to get back up, it had to be revived by the Naraka Path of Pain. As far as I know, the Pains have the durability and I guess the same HP bar, however you want to call it, as normal people. Meaning you can kill the Path of Pain and put it out of commission. What I mean by that is that even though the Pains are already dead bodies, you can sort of kill them again. I guess an example of this would be Naruto hits the Diva Path with a Rasengan, but he doesn't destroy it, but it still knocks it out of commission for the rest of the fight. The Ashray Path is the only known one to survive lethal damage done to its body, but if you think that can apply to all Pains, that only strength to make, which is that Naruto essentially one-shots a Pain, and unalived it with this taijutsu move. I know it isn't technically alive anyway, like I mentioned earlier, but you get what I mean. He one-shotted pain, and everyone should be able to understand that at the bare minimum. The next taijutsu move granted access to is Frog Strike, and this is what the data book has to say about that. It's one of the taijutsu of the frog kata passed down on Mount Miyabu.
I'm trying to figure, like, they don't, it say Frog Strike at the top, but I'm looking and I don't see no frog nothing, and I don't know if I'm looking past it. I don't know if I like keep reading more, cause I ain't read just through all the way yet. It's like I don't know. And this shit is jumping everywhere, and I just wanted to like.
It gathers the senjutsu chakra taken in and needs the energy from Mother Nature onto the palm. By slapping an enormous power on the target of the attack, it causes the first and probably last damage. This technique is an inside destruction taijutsu that doesn't destroy the outside surface and transmit the power of the chakra like a wave. For this reason, it is effective also against enemies who have a strong defense. Like I mentioned earlier, this taijutsu move is the move he used on the Four Tails in combination with one of his KCM clones to remove the rod that was binding it to its Jinchuriki. This move essentially is Sage Mode Gentle Fist that attacks your opponent's insides rather than the outside, and we actually see this in the manga itself. When Naruto strikes the Four Tails, you can see the chakra transmit inside of it and push the rod out. In case anyone needs a refresher, this is extremely potent and important in the world of Naruto because, as Kakashi mentions, these shinobi and ninja cannot train the insides of their body or their organs. So if Naruto attacks your organs, you're pretty much finished. So aside from being trained in hand-to-hand combat, Naruto gains access to both of these completely broken moves, and it really only gets better from here. Now, I know that Storm 3 isn't canon, but it's also really cool, and I want to talk about it anyway. So, do you remember this scene here when Naruto saves Sakura from Sasuke and gets a cut on his cheek, and then Naruto and Sasuke proceed to do their Rasengan Chidori clash? Storm 3 adds in a little bit of filler in the middle of here, and Naruto and Sasuke proceed to engage in one of the coolest fights in the franchise as a whole. And while Sasuke is kind of tired and doesn't have his Sharingan here, that doesn't make him any less skilled aside from him being unable to precog his opponents. And Naruto is shown time and time again clashing with Sasuke, properly countering his moves, and at one point he even tricks Sasuke with a shadow clone to land a pretty clean punch on his face just before the end of the fight. Like I said though, this game sadly isn't canon, and this fight is nowhere to be seen in the manga or anime, and it goes down a completely different way. I just wanted to mention it because it seems like even across canons, they recognize that at this point Naruto's taijutsu is pretty good. And if you want to be super technical, I guess this is technically kinjutsu because Sasuke is using a sword and Naruto is using a kunai, but whatever, let's get back to the manga. I'm not going to count Naruto's fight against the Raikage or any of the Zetsu because he was really only playing defense on the Raikage, and the Zetsu only get dealt with by Rasengan. But if I were to say where Naruto got his next pretty impressive feat, it'd have to be against Itachi. Keep in mind, in between the last point I talked about and now, Naruto has gained KCM, so he has access to a few new abilities that he didn't have before, just like with Sage Mode. But they are a lot simpler this time around and need less explanation, so I'll go over them when it's appropriate. When Naruto is fighting against Itachi, I have made the argument before that Itachi or Naruto doesn't have to be moving at full speed technically or going all out per se, especially since Itachi is a zombie at this point taking orders directly from Kabuto, and Naruto is clearly being put on the defensive while also trying to tell Itachi about Sasuke and what he's doing now. I think what's really impressive here is that Naruto is able to combat a Sharingan user and dodge their attacks, and for the first time, I don't think that's due to a huge difference in power. The clash starts with Naruto and Itachi throwing a blow at each other, but then quickly becomes Itachi pushing back Naruto, and Naruto is staying in there, seemingly blocking all of Itachi's attacks that he throws at him, and Itachi is so skilled in this fight that he's even dodging Killer Bee's attacks when he's not even looking at him. The anime stresses this out a little bit more and has Naruto doing a lot more clashes with Itachi instead of just playing straight defense. Just mentioning that for anyone who'd be interested. This is
Keep in mind, even though that KCM busts up the strength and speed,
where I'll mention Naruto.
even though KCM boosts up the strength and speed, it does not make him just automatic fucking a taijutsu master. That means that when he was clashing against Itachi, even though Itachi was in control, that was Itachi shit. That was Itachi taijutsu, and that was also Naruto taijutsu. They was clashing together. But at the same time, you know, mostly Naruto was on defense, but he still did his thing. He was clashing with, like he said,
Naruto
Sharingan.
gained something valuable, that being his Nine Tails chakra arms. These next two things aren't directly tied to taijutsu, but when I mention them, you'll see how they could easily be
And then like
Game. You're not ready.
applied to him.
And like I told y'all before, like his battle IQ got a lot better. And you can see it mostly in the war before he even fight Naruto. I mean, shit, the whole fucking war, just the whole fucking war, including when Naruto and Sasuke fought. He battle IQ, it was off the chain or no.
Hand-to-hand combat. Chapter
Yeah, almost lost,
553 opens with Naruto appearing behind Mu, the second Tsuchikage, or technically one of Naruto's clones, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. He appears behind Mu holding a planar Rasengan and tries to hit him with it, and it misses. Gaara then holds out a piece of sand, and Naruto is able to use a chakra arm from his torso to spring-load himself back at Mu. And when Mu threatens to launch his jutsu faster than Naruto does, Naruto uses another chakra arm out of his normal arm to get to Mu before Mu can do that. Then Naruto appears across the battlefield to fight the third Raikage. He uses his chakra arms to form a Rasen Shuriken, launches an arm at the Raikage, and when the Raikage dodges, he hooks the arm around to throw the Rasen Shuriken. And when the Raikage dodges again, Naruto runs and catches the jutsu with Nine Tails chakra to slam it into the Raikage. Now, like I said, while those examples are not explicitly taijutsu, I'm sure you can see a way in which they can easily be used in a taijutsu fight. And then Naruto was able to use the danger sensing as well as speed amp from Sage Mode to make the Raikage clash with himself and blow a hole in his chest so that the Shinobi Alliance could seal him away. This is extremely impressive because the third Raikage has been running around the field essentially impenetrable at this point. Tamari, the strongest wind style user, couldn't do anything. Naruto couldn't do anything with his Rasen Shuriken, even though he was able to take the Raikage's cloak off of him. It wasn't able to incapacitate him long enough for him to be sealed. So this was a really impressive feat whenever Naruto managed to pull it off in Sage Mode.
Right.
Also, can I just mention, this is a clone of Naruto bodying two Kage back to back, and he did get some help from other people, but mostly in the Raikage fight it was just information, and then in the other fight, the only help he really received when taking down Mu was Gaara putting the piece of sand down and then actually sealing Mu at the end of the fight. But other than that, Naruto did the heavy hitting work to put them down. Now, this next fight I could cover in great length, but for the most part, I do not think that that's needed at all. And I'm talking about Naruto and B versus Obito 6 in Cherokee. It was a long time ago that everyone tried to manipulate the context of this fight, but I don't see people doing that anymore, so I won't go out of my way to debunk any of that stuff. Naruto does display in this fight that he doesn't even need to see you in order to combat you when he's in KCM, because he can see your intent instead, which is a pretty busted ability. Now, this is just in the context of Naruto being blinded by lights, so it may be different if someone's to come up from behind him while he's currently occupied with another opponent or something, but that's whatever. Aside from this, like I mentioned earlier, Naruto uses his Sage Mode Taijutsu in order to save the Four Tails from being blinded to a Shinchuriki. After this, it's a really long time before Naruto starts engaging in hand-to-hand combat again. As far as I'm aware, he just beats up Ten Tails clones, and then the next time he fights hand-to-hand is against Madara's Limbo clones.
I said this to my friend. I said this to my homeboy, because I was like, you know, every time Naruto used a Shadow Clone, right, he learned from the Shadow Clone when the Shadow Clone disappeared. So does that mean in the middle of the war arc, before he fought Naruto, that nigga basically got trained by Madara? Yeah, I know they was fighting for real, And I know that Madara really didn't train him, but he was swapping hands with Madara clones for a hot minute. A hot minute before they disappeared. So it's like, I don't know.
Whenever he launches the infinite Super Yomi. Then in the anime, Naruto manages to compete with Sasuke in hand-to-hand combat. I think it's pretty clear they're both holding back in power at the beginning of the fight, but I don't think that means they're holding back their skill in any way. Especially since Sasuke is doing things we've never seen him do before, like using Naruto's hand to complete his hand signs. And while Naruto definitely is losing for the most part, just being able to keep up with a Sharingan user in hand-to-hand combat like this is pretty impressive. Naruto even starts using his chakra arms in taijutsu like I mentioned he could earlier. He uses it to escape Sasuke's Inton, and then uses them to keep Sasuke at a distance after that. Throughout the taijutsu exchange as well, you can see Naruto trying to use the sign for shadow clones multiple times, but Sasuke just isn't letting him. He keeps canceling it out. Then at the end of the fight, Naruto and Sasuke engage in another taijutsu battle, but this is just sort of like a all-out brawl between two clearly fatigued people. It was, however, a nice move whenever Sasuke was using the Chidori on Naruto, and his Sharingan went out, and Naruto was able to notice and then land the meanest uppercut on Sasuke, and send him flying into the cliffside. Now we can move on to Naruto versus the different Otsutsuki, mainly Momoshiki and Ishiki, because Naruto just tortures these guys in hand-to-hand combat. For both of these sections, I'm going to be sticking to the anime since both these fights in the manga lack any significant showing of skill and lack any sort of excitement in general. Naruto in his fight with Momoshiki was using Wing Chun, and I need to mention I'm not going to explain this in depth because I'm not a martial arts expert, so describing all the different moves Naruto did is kind of beyond the scope of my capabilities. But if you look into it, quick Google search Naruto using Wing Chun on Momoshiki, you can find tons of information on it. It is worth noting though that Momoshiki is pretty good at taijutsu himself. He's shown pressing the Tenketsu points like how the 8 trigrams palm.
Keep in mind, he wasn't that very good in the manga, but the manga was going fast, so it wasn't like, it happened very quick. It wasn't as like this, and I love it. But it shows Naruto at that moment. It showed Naruto with his taijutsu is off the chain.
Techniques work. Then versus Ishiki, Naruto is shown using a boxing style of fighting, absolutely just picking Ishiki apart. On both of these guys, Naruto can't use ninjutsu for one reason or another. So he gets to show his hand-to-hand prowess in his full form, and it just doesn't disappoint. Naruto's skill here is more like a show rather than tell. So from the clips in the back, you can definitely see what I'm talking about here.
Meet Grammarly Go, your go-to solution for getting quality work done quickly.
Oh damn, that was the video. Well, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Got this guy, got that, I do say that Naruto with taijutsu wise is better than most people. The only one that could clash with him is Naruto, Sasuke with that. You got guard that could work. You got Metal Rock Lee. But the thing that's just crazy to me is that even though it probably be a thing that Jiraiya could use, an art of manipulating shadow is the ability that you could cast your chakra into the person's shadow, and you can go as thin as what and just pop out their shadow, man. Like, what? But he gotta hold his breath, that's the thing. But that's still like crazy that you could use that somewhere in the sage mode. But yeah, I feel like Naruto, even though we didn't see like him just go like ballistic crazy with the taijutsu like we seen with Sasuke and Itachi fight, but he still got like amazing taijutsu. And that's why I say when I see comments, and I don't care what nobody say, when I say comments, pictures and debates, they're saying that what if Naruto had to fight Goku in base form, no chakra, who would win? I still say Naruto, because Naruto will win. They people like to say that the Saiyans, is a race of warriors. So you know, they adapt and they get stronger. This is this and that. And that is true. But at the same time, Naruto ain't no weakling to taijutsu for real. And what I see, if I put both of them together, it's just like, like people think that, you know, Max Roshi is the best one, even though this dude clashed with fucking Jiren in the manga. Still say Naruto could be Max Roshi in a hand-to-hand battle. You know, but that's my personal opinion. Please like and subscribe. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to find this fucking, and I'm not finding it like at all. I don't know if I just don't have the right data book or what, cause I got the data book. They got most of the shit in there, like how they look before the drawing and all this type of stuff, like this stuff, the drawing. You got Q&A in this month. You got stuff like this, like I told you when the dog was trying to find out. You got panels like this. So I don't know. Like, they say this is the official data book, but when I look through it, I'm not finding any of the Toad stuff for real. Like, or nothing for real. I just don't know. I guess I just need to buy a couple more data books. But again, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to Six. He's a good anime talker, you know. I enjoyed these videos for the most part. Some videos I do not agree with, like this one I agree with. Some people I don't remember. See, that's what I agree with. I got to look at that. Some of this I agree with. I'm at the watch that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just certain stuff I agree with. Some people, some things I don't. You know, and you know. Yeah. So please like and subscribe. This is my channel. So this is my channel right here. I'm always on games, Fortnite. I gotta finish Ragnarok. I got 2 videos that I just need to edit, and I'm pushing them out. I do live just like I'm doing right now. Certain stuff like that. You see? But certain stuff like that. So you know, come join the assassin gang. You know, this is what we're gonna do. You see them hands on? That's the assassin. You know what I'm saying? You see that guy right there? That's the boss of the assassin. You know, so just come in, like, subscribe, and enjoy yourself. We assassins around here. You get all that. I post on Instagram whenever I do things. So thank y'all for watching. Peace.